local news that matters on Local 22 News.
At this place in history, we're standing on top of the Waterbury Dam in Waterbury with Executive Director of the Vermont Historical Society, Steve Perkins. Steve, what's the story here?
Oh, what a story it is. I mean, this is an amazing feat of engineering, no matter what, but the circumstances that built it, I think, is really fascinating. But you've got to go back to 1927, really, to start this story.
Right.
So in November 3rd and 4th of that year, a tropical depression ran into a cold front, and it caused catastrophic flooding across Vermont. And so all these tributaries that fed the Winooski River just destroyed Montpelier and Waterbury, all the way down through to Winooski and into Burlington. And so the state got thinking, how do we stop this from happening again? And at the time, the way to stop flooding was to put up a bunch of catchment basins or put up dams to stop the water from rushing down through these kind of mountain gorges and into large rivers like Winooski. But they didn't have the money to do it. So they thought, well, we will give the rights to all the power companies, and they can build hydroelectric dams. That ended up dying in the legislature because Vermonters didn't like the idea of giving up control of all these natural spaces to private companies. So it just languished. And so they passed this on to the Army Corps of Engineers. They did a survey and they said, yeah, we could do this. Now, going along with this story, at the same time, you had a lot of World War I veterans who were marching on Washington. They were called the Bonus Army. So they were all out of work. The president, Franklin Roosevelt, said, why don't we take these World War I vets, put them all in their own CCC companies that could do projects. And so the folks that largely did all of the flood control projects in the Winooski Valley were all World War I vets. And some of them were black units. And in Barrie, I was doing some research, and it turns out that one of the companies were the Harlem Hellfighters. So there were 3 dams built. They proposed, or actually 4. They proposed a whole bunch of dams. They built one small concrete dam in Montpelier, but 3 earthen dams like this. One in East Barrie, one in Wrightsville, which created a Wrightsville Reservoir, and then this was the last one, and certainly by far the largest. All this wooded area down here was a city. There were 2,000 men living right at the base of this dam who were building all of this. And they had movie theaters, and they had sewer, and they had water, and they had fire department, and a police department, and a 6,000 book library. So it's amazing to have that many people all living which feels like the wilderness right now. But this is a little pamphlet put out by the Corps of Engineers in 1938 when the dam opened, with over 2 million cubic yards of earth to make the embankment that we're standing on. And that's 2,000 feet long and about 900 feet wide and a maximum height of 175 feet.
So essentially a big pile of dirt then. How does this work? How does this keep the water back?
What happens is all the water comes shooting down off of these mountains in a weather event. If there's no dam or nothing to stop it, it just scours down through these gorges and down to the Winooski River, and this happened throughout this valley. So by having this dam here and the reservoir, it can take a lot of water before anything spills over. So there are conduits under the dam that allow the river to flow normally, and then there's a spillway on the other side of that house in case of a huge flood so that they can let water out quickly. It's not exactly how we do flood control anymore, but it was the highest of technology in the 1930s.
At this place in history.